Ronnie's over here working on a BRZ. So Ronnie took the week off so we could work on some V8 drifter cars.
Drifter cars?
Yeah, like the skitter cars. Ronnie just did this red in his engine bay, and he's not sure about it. He's like, I don't know what I think. Yeah. I like it. I think it looks good, especially against the shiny black there. That looks super good.
Yeah, I painted that too.
Oh yeah, those were silver, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bunch of like writing on the valve covers and on the little timing covers and stuff.
You should draw like little red wieners on here. Or you could put, or more appropriately, you could put like little red local losers symbols.
You should print me a middle finger to an
vinyl?
LS. Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Fucking LS. That'd be funny.
So I'm over here working on the FOXBODY. I say working on the FOXBODY. I haven't started working on it yet. I just kind of got it in the air. But I'm doing...
He's thinking about it.
Yep, thinking about it. I'm doing a fuel pump today. So I'm going to drop this fuel tank and swap out the fuel pump. It looks super easy. Fuel tanks are pretty easy to drop, and fuel pumps are pretty easy to switch out. The thing I don't like are these stupid fuel connectors. Look at these things right here. Like that right there. So dumb. Like that little thing. I hate those connectors. So I'm probably going to cut them off and just clamp them, you know, at risk of catching on fire, which is cool. I also got a throttle cable here. Let's see. It's like a universal one that I got off Amazon. So we're going to see if that works. We pretty much Amazon all the things. So here, you can see the whole thing right here. There it is. Bam. So we'll see if we can get that to work. We'll link it down in the description and whatnot. I say that, but we've been falling down on stuff like that recently. What are you doing? Knock sensors?
Knock sensors right now, and then we're both doing fuel crap. I thought I needed to do my throttle pedal, but that's already done.
So. Oh, really? Like you already did it?
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't touch a project for months.
Right on.
You forget what you have and have not done.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm just trying to build this little sub harness, make it nice and neat.
Nice.
For the two knock sensors. I got these. They're Bosch Motorsports. Anyways, we'll also put the website where I got these, because I was looking for knock sensors, and they're ridiculously expensive everywhere, including like eBay and everything. But this website I found, not expensive.
Nice.
Most of the time, these are almost $100 a piece. I got both of these for $89, and they're genuine Bosch sensors.
Dope.
And they sell all kinds of wiring stuff. So if you're trying to do wiring, sensors, tools, just everything. I'm sure we'll be using a hand ratchet for this.
What a hater.
Did you get the filler neck off?
No. I was thinking it would just pull out the side. Like it looks like when I drop it, it'll just pull out the side.
Oh, okay, yeah. Little rubber O-ring or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yep. Sounds good. I was gonna say, just drop it. It'll be all right.
Oh, it is really light. All right, go your way, and it should, that filler neck should pull out. Oh, yeah. Look at that, and I actually disconnected everything.
Oh, shit. The plastic is not connected. Your sender.
Yeah, at one point we were welding the cage in, and yeah, right on top of the gas tank. That's always safe.
Well, not even just right on top of the fitting.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Literally right there. That's pretty fun.
All right, it's down. It's dirty. All right, let's get this fuel pump out. So, very obviously, this thing has never been freaking pulled out. It is just caked up with oil and dirt and nasty. Looks like the sending unit and the gauge thing are separate. So it looks like we got a couple more of these. These were actually pretty easy to get off from the top. I thought they were going to be a little more challenging, but they came off pretty easy. Just got to get this clip out, and then it just slides right off, which is nice. And this one's different. This one you use like a tool to kind of spread these out, and then it pops off. Anyway, let's get on this. So I was spraying this connector just to clean it off so I could get it loose and whatnot. And then when I started hammering this ring off, it sprayed me right in the face. All right, I got it out. Probably just wasn't holding my mouth right or whatever, but it was not easy to get out. That kink in it makes it fairly difficult. But yeah, looks pretty standard. This hose looks like it was about to freaking go. So yeah, we'll get that replaced real quick, get it back in there. Fuel pumps are usually pretty easy, as they're kind of all the same. And you can use a lot of like generic parts to throw them together, zip ties and hose and whatnot, filters, stuff like that. So I've officially made a mess. This freaking hose is just gross and falling apart. These wires definitely getting replaced. They're all ate up. So yeah, made a freaking mess over here. Let's go see what Ronnie's doing. Him and Carissa were over here, like, doing some teamwork stuff, being all quiet. Look where his starter is.
It's terrible.
What do they call that area in between the banks right there?
The valley.
The valley. Makes sense. His starter is in the valley.
Yeah, this, so I bought these
Okay.
because they're $40,
Yeah, strippers.
right? No, they're special crimpers for doing
crimpers. Okay.
terminals. They came with the strippers. I didn't care about the strippers. That's the problem with these. They're junk. So I bought their kit. Actually, my mom got it for me.
Okay.
And this is a little bit more expensive, but there's no strippers. And so the problem with these, and it's adjustable. You can see we have nuts there.
Yeah.
So this touches before these get tight enough.
Oh.
And so when I would crimp my connectors, they weren't tight enough and they'd
Yeah.
pull apart.
So they don't close all the way.
Yeah, once I got these,
Lame.
problem solved. But you can get these without the strippers, and that's what I would buy.
Oh, okay.
So we just had to go through and re-crimp these because we pulled one out.
What are those? Injector wires?
Coil pack.
Oh, coil wires.
So yeah, so hopefully it's good.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully it's good. That's the one thing I'm a little scared of because of that, and we got pretty far through with the smaller set, is that some of these connections might fail, which would be super shitty.
Dude, your freaking intake manifold looks angry, dude. It's so red. How was the timing belt? You did the timing belt of this on like yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, so it wasn't bad, but a little confusing. There's two marks up here. One's a T, so you would expect that to be for timing.
You would think so.
And one's just like a little casting mark. No, the casting mark is the one that's important.
Okay. What's the T?
Nothing. It's there to confuse you. So I got it all done, and it wasn't lined up, and I was like, huh, this is really weird. So did some watching online, saw some videos. People were like, yeah, do not pay attention to the T. They're like, even though that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
So readjusted that, and then I had the belt on backwards, so I had to flip it. The arrows are supposed to point out. I figured they would point in towards the timing mark. Not how it works. So
Why do you think it matters the way the belt goes? Are the like teeth directional or something?
no, it doesn't have to do with that. It has to do with lining up the timing marks on the belt
That makes sense.
and the motor.
Right on.
So once that was good, then it was good. So it's all done. And yeah, I decided to paint the front things and paint the valve covers and the intake manifold while I was there.
So knock sensors and then what? Fuel
Yeah, I got to do fuel pump wiring. So I have all my extra wires bundled down here. So I got to get the battery out and get to those, and then wire up the fuel pump if I can. And what I mean by that is the both the 3UZ and the BRZ are deadhead systems. So we have one line coming up and then it runs to the fuel rails and there's no return. So the way it does it on the BRZ is it has a fuel control module, and we just have to make sure that we can control that with the Haltech, which I'm sure we can. And if we can't, then we'll get rid of that and we'll have to put in a solid state relay.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, that'll be done. I got to get a fuel pump and exhaust. We're waiting on, so for the NOx sensors, they're a certain size, pretty small.
Yep.
The Toyotas use a larger bolt hole. So I had to order these special studs that are 12 millimeter on one side and 10 millimeter on the other. So we're waiting on those to get here, and then these can go back in, then the intake manifold can go back on, and then the front end of the car can go on. And then it's done, I guess, ish.
Done-ish.
Sorta.
I mean, will it crank and stuff?
It should. It won't
that's
have
done-ish.
wide bands until it has exhaust.
Okay. Same for mine. Like,
So-
I've been looking around at like X pipes and H pipes because that's where the, O2 bungs are. So I got to buy that before I do any
Really?
kind of...
That far back?
It coming right off the freaking, right off the headers.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so we have to do exhaust. And I'm just going to drag this over to an exhaust shop, and we're just going to do it with that Y over there. And
That why.
yeah, we're just going to go the two headers into one in the into the stock exhaust for the time being, and then later we'll do custom headers and 3-inch all the way out.
Gotcha.
I fixed the clutch yesterday, so I have a clutch bleeder, so we can also bleed the clutch now. So that's cool. That's a big deal. Yeah, I think that's it. I think really we're down to like fuel at this
Dope.
point, which is pretty crazy.
Right. After today, I'll be down to wiring, I think. Wiring and exhaust.
Yeah, I
be
tackled
it.
that first.
Yeah.
Mine was a lot more than yours.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, it should be a good day.
Yeah, we're both really close. So that's good. V8 drift cars. Rawr. Yeah. Having to do a little modification here. Yeah. Let's see. The fuel pump, the way the filters fit on them, they don't fit the same. Plus, I kind of want to turn the fuel pump a little bit. So I just had to cut that little cup off so I can, once I get the fuel pump in here, I can twist it, get the filter where I want it, and then put a freaking hose clamp around here just to hold it in place. Should work. All right, here she is. All set up, all refreshed, looking good. This is an aftermarket pump. I don't know if we said this, but this is an aftermarket pump off of out of like an Evo 9 or something like that. So we're pretty sure it'll support the, it's previously used. I think we just had it on the shelf. So I'm gonna try it. I think it'll support the horsepower that the FOXBODY's gonna put out. But I redid this submersible hose, redid these connections. Luckily, Ronnie had a freaking a pigtail that fit this pump, which was crazy. Like, I don't know where he had that sitting, but he just happened to have this freaking pigtail right here, just sitting around the shop, which is nuts. But we worked on a lot of stuff, so I'm not too surprised. So I'm gonna get it in the tank, and we'll get the tank back up, and then we'll get started on the throttle cable.
All right, it's the next day, and the
It's
cars
the
have
next day.
teleported.
Yep. I got the fuel pump in yesterday, got the fuel tank back up, got the lines sorted. Did you and Will read and figure out if we need a return on the Sniper?
So, yes, we did, and yes, it's recommended.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessary, but it is recommended.
Yeah, highly
Okay.
recommended. Everybody
Okay.
says highly recommended, but not necessary.
Okay. Well, I connected my return back there, so we should be good. I
Yeah.
think I need to clamp it, though. I think I left the clamp off of it.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's a return line. It's not like it's going to blow off or something.
It might.
It might.
Yeah.
Do they have pressure on them like the?
Yeah.
Oh, the whole system's pressure.
It doesn't hold pressure like that because
Okay.
it is returning, but
Yeah.
it has a high amount of flow
Oh, okay.
because it's everything that the engine's not consuming.
No, that makes sense.
So,
Well,
but yeah, we'll
today-
get one.
What's up?
I said we'll get one on.
Right on.
The car's got to go back on the lift. So.
Yeah, regardless. Today we're trying to get the throttle cable in. I started on a little bit yesterday. It was kind of hard to figure out how to get the throttle cable off of the accelerator pedals. So that's going to be like the main challenge today. And then once we get the throttle cable through, we're just going to hook up all the...
Are you saying that it's hard to work under a car's dash?
Yeah, you know, you're laying upside down. There's like some Black Widows under there that I'm close personal friends with now. And yeah, so I'm kind of upside down with the light and just
Under
trying
here is the worst place to be.
Yeah, it's not awesome. It's not awesome. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing figured out. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that right now.
That's the cable.
Thing. All right.
Bo's gonna push the thing.
Are you shooting?
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, it works. It definitely works. It feels good in here.
Does throttle cable stuff.
What's up?
I said it does throttle cable. All right. So before the camera so rudely cut us off,
Yeah.
we were talking about the throttle cable and how it felt nice and smooth, and it did throttle cable things.
Yeah. Smooth. So yeah, we don't have much left on this. We got starter, fuel lines, sniper wiring, and what else did I say? A fan shroud. Yeah.
Hose clamps, some radiator hoses.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some hose for routing the heater
Stuff.
things from the water pump.
Yep. That stuff.
And a battery.
And a battery.
I mean, really, it's like less than a week's worth of work. But
It's like 2 days worth of work.
Right. It's like 2 days worth of work. But I got other stuff to do. Oh, and exhaust.
Yeah.
The more I stand here, the more things I have to do.
Still 2 days worth of work.
Yeah. Still 2 days.
Because the reason I say that is his exhaust is super easy because you can just buy bolt-on stuff, which is nice.
FOXBODY stuff. So yeah, so we're done with it for today. Ronnie has been making progress on the BRZ as well. That slow turn. Here, hand me this camera.
This thing.
What do you got left?
Cheers.
Hey.
We're waiting on studs for NOx sensors. Then the intake manifold can go back on. I have a list over here.
Oh, we have a list.
Yeah.
I like lists.
So fuel pump should be here tomorrow. Got to do exhaust. Got to wire the fans. Shifter, seat, not super duper important. I got to cut the front up so it can turn, and I got to bleed the clutch.
Cut the front up. Whoa. Why don't you destroy the shop, dude?
Whoa.
Cut the front up so it can turn.
Yeah.
On the body kit or what?
No. So on BRZs and FRSs, they have this thing right here.
Oh, I see that. Oh, that's like a piece of the frame rail.
Right. It's really stupid and it sticks really far out.
Dude,
and
that
you
is
can't
stupid.
fit any size of like decent offset or large wheel. Most people run 17s because of that thing.
Oh, lame.
But we run an 18s. We
Yeah,
a bitch.
wants to run 17.
So we're going to cut the car up so we can run 18s.
Right on.
But yeah, that's it. So I got to do the headers, which we're going to do today. They're real stupid. We're running these stock ones and they're terrible. Look at how garbage these are.
Yeah, those are pretty terrible. They're like log style.
Dude, they're so terrible. But we're going to put those on for now and just kind of make up whatever exhaust for the time being. And then that's really like the biggest thing, that and the fuel pump. I just don't think the stock fuel pump will support this. So we're putting in a World World 255.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah,
let's
that's it.
friggin' get these drift cars done.
Let's do it.
All right, dude. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for joining. So, hey, go subscribe to our channel. Dadgum, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, or you're a bitch. Later.